Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to pick out my July TBR and I will be using a TBR jar. I love using a TBR jar because it really helps me picking out books that I otherwise wouldn't have picked or gravitate towards. So this definitely helps me getting through my physical TBR. Now I will pick out 6 prompts in total and yeah, I'm so excited. So let's get started. Now for prompt number 1. So it says a cover with red. So it has to have something red on the cover. So let me just get a few options. I picked out 3 options. We have The 13th Child by Aaron A. Craig. Then we have A Taste of Poison by Sonia Odette. And then The Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. They all have red on the cover. The Rebel Witch, like I would say the butterfly is kind of red and I do want to continue it. I read the first one in June and I absolutely loved it and I would love to finish this duology. But then we have A Taste of Poison by Sonia Odette. This is the 4th one in an interconnected standalone. It's the Entangled with Fae series and I have really enjoyed the first 3, especially the second one. It's one of my favorite books. So I do really want to continue it. Every book in this series is a princess retelling and this is a Snow White retelling, so I am really excited to read it and clearly has red on it, like an apple and some flowers. But then I also have The 13th Child and like I am really intrigued by it, but I feel like it might be better for spooky season. So I actually think I'm going to pick out The Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli, just because I do really want to finish this duology. So if you've never read this duology, it's basically about a witch and a witch hunter, and that's kind of all you need to know. It's just a lot of fun and I love the characters, so yeah, I'm really excited to see how it ends. Now we're on to prompt number 2. A book with a person on the cover. See, I am hoping that I can pick A Taste of Poison with one of these prompts, but it doesn't have a person on the cover. So again, I'm going to have a look. I could read The Mysterious Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Holton. I actually did start this book 2 months ago, but for some reason I just stopped. I think I just got distracted by other books. So I could just take this opportunity and actually do read this one, but I will have a look for some other options. Okay, this is going to be difficult to pick because I also have The Sun and the Star Maker by Rachel Griffin. I really want to read this. I really want to read this. But then I also have Wild Reference by Rebecca Ross. Again, I really wanted to read it this spring and I didn't get around to it. But I am actually really curious to read The Sun and the Star Maker. Even though I do feel like I should read The Mysterious Society of Lady Scoundrels. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to actually pick The Sun and the Star Maker. I don't really know what The Sun and the Star Maker is about. But yeah, I saw so many people loving this book, which really makes me want to read it. So I think I'm going to pick The Sun and the Star Maker for prompt number 2. And now for prompt number 3. A book that ends in an even number of pages. That shouldn't be too difficult. I'm just gonna see if The Taste of Poison ends on an even number. So it does end on 455, so that's an odd number, so I cannot pick A Taste of Poison. I also would really like to read Nocticadia, so I'm going to see where that one ends. This book ends on 592, so this is an option. And then we have This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me by Ilona Andrews. This ends on page 470, so I can also read this one and I'm really excited for this one. I do actually think I'm going to pick This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me, which is, I'm pretty sure, about someone who wakes up in her favorite book, but it's not like the ending isn't written yet, which just sounds so much fun. Yeah, so I'm really excited. So this will be my 3rd pick. So we are officially halfway through. We are now on to prompt number 4. 3 fell out. Great. It says the shortest book on my TBR. Okay, I think I have 2 options here. Now I am going to have to Google what this is called in English. Give me 1 second. So this is Elevation by Stephen King. As you can see, it is short. It only has 135 pages, and I do really want to read another Stephen King book, so that is a good option. But I do also have Heart the Lover by Lily King, which is also tiny, but I do have a feeling this is going to be more. Yeah, that's like 245 pages, so I guess I'm gonna have to go for this one, which is Elevation by Stephen King. And basically this book is about a guy who always looks the same and just weird things happening, and even though he puts on clothes, he always weighs the same, even if he doesn't wear the clothes. Doesn't matter how heavy they are. So he goes to a doctor. Great explanation, but it sounds interesting. So yeah, that will be my 4th pick. But just because both of these books are really short and I would love to read Heart the Lover, I feel like I could just add this one to my TBR too, to be honest. I might just do that. You know what, I'm just going to add both of them. So we have Heart the Lover by Lily King, which is, I think, just a romance. I'm not really sure what it is, really, to be honest. And then we have this one by Stephen King. Now on to prompt number 5. A book that's been on my TBR for over a year. Just have to have a look at my Goodreads. I think I have a lot of books that I own over a year, so that's good. I should have a lot of options. Okay, I see 2 options and they're great options and I really want to read both of them, so let me get them. So we have A Wrecking of Salt and Fire by E.K. Kondos and House of Blight by Maxim Martineau. Yeah, I've definitely owned these 2 over a year now. They are books that I'm really excited to read, but I just never think about picking them. So I think this would be the perfect opportunity. But I kind of feel like I should pick out House of Blight just because I want to read it. I'm really excited to read it, but I never think about reading it. So I feel like I should take this opportunity and pick House of Blight. I haven't heard many people talk about this book. It's basically about Threadmender, and she holds a rare life-saving power that can cure disease and heal injuries in the blink of an eye. But magic always comes with a cost, and saving anyone sacrifices a sliver of her own life. She always kept it hidden until the powerful Fernglow family discovers her secret. And when her brothers unexpectedly contact Blight, an incurable virus killing people throughout the town, and an illness too strong for her to heal them both. This guy named Oren offers to help, and together at his estate they will research a cure while Oren slows their sickness. It does sound fun, so I think I'm going to go for House of Blight by Maxim Martineau as my 5th pick. Now we are on to the last prompt. Perfect. I was really hoping to get A Taste of Poison this month, and it says retelling, which is perfect. This is a Snow White retelling, so this will be my final pick. I don't even need to look any further, really. I'm very excited to continue with this series. Like I said, this is a Snow White retelling, and every book in this series is another princess retelling. But basically this is kind of about, she's accused of poisoning her own father, and then her stepmother, who's the formidable Spring Queen, becomes her greatest enemy. So she's forced into hiding, and she finds solace at the Seven Sins Hotel. And then Torben, who is probably the MMC, lost everything to the gambling halls and now serves the Fae royals as their personal huntsman. So also this series, it is retelling, but it is also fantasy, as it says, tangled with Fae. So yeah, it's just so much fun. Yeah, but I'm so excited to read A Taste of Poison, just because I really enjoyed the other books. And I'm excited to continue with it. So this will be my final pick. Now, these are all the books I have picked. Now I know I am cheating with choosing 2 short books for my shortest book prompt. It doesn't matter. So I actually ended up picking 7 books. So let's go through them all. First up, we've got A Taste of Poison by Sonia Odette. And then we have Elevation by Stephen King. Hard to Lover by Lily King. I just realized both their surnames is King, and they're also the 2 shortest book on my TBR. And then The Rebel Witch by Kristen Cicerelli. Then we have This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me by Ilona Andrews. And then we have The Sun and the Star Maker by Rachel Griven. Lastly, we have A House of Blight by Maxime Martineau. Now I hope I will end up reading all of these books. I am quite good at sticking to the TBR I make the month before. But yeah, we will see. And I am so excited to read all of them. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.